Go follow me over on Twitter for more content. I'm doing a giveaway at 4,000 followers. Thank you. One of baseball's most famous Japanese players is back in the news, and it isn't for anything particularly good. In fact, it's pretty ugly. Now, to start off, we don't know the truth yet about this new Trevor Bauer situation. We just don't. A lot of what is being reported could very well all be true, or it could all be false. It could be somewhere in the middle. We just don't know. But for someone trying to eventually make his way back into Major League Baseball, this is just about the last thing Bauer needs. Up until just recently, Trevor Bauer had been publicly accused by 3 separate women for disturbing things. The original accusation started with a woman named Lindsey Hill, who was a member of the San Diego Padres Pod Squad, which are basically the cheerleaders for the Padres. While being a member of the Pod Squad, Lindsey actually had a little fling with Fernando Tatis Jr. and Mike Clevenger before her encounters with Bauer, and eventually got fired from her job with the Padres because of those flings. There were also texts of Lindsey bragging to a friend about her encounters with Bauer, along with a video taking place after the morning of her second encounter with him, the one she accused him of doing terrible things to her, of Lindsey smiling in bed alongside Bauer with no scars or bruises anywhere to be seen. The other women who accused Bauer were more private about the whole thing, but make it yet another woman accusing Trevor Bauer of something terrible. If you're part of the 70% of viewers not subscribed, make sure to hit that button if you enjoy the content. Thank you. This time it's a woman from Arizona, with the alleged incident taking place back in late 2020, saying in court filings that Bauer assaulted her, got her pregnant, and held a steak knife up to her throat. Most of this information will be coming from a USA Today article on the matter that will be linked in the description below. Bauer has since denied the allegations while also countersuing the woman, accusing her of fraud, extortion, and fabricating her pregnancy. The woman filed her complaint against Bauer back in December, but just recently gave some more details on what allegedly happened in her encounter with him. On December 12, 2020, the woman said she was having dinner with Bauer and sitting on his lap while watching UFC when he apparently held her at knife point, saying, "Have you ever been held at knife point?" To which she said no, followed by a deep breath in and out from Bauer, with the steak knife scratching her throat as he released her and she got up from his lap. 2 days later, she then apparently had a more violent encounter with Bauer, similar to what Lindsey Hill accused him of, with her court filing saying that she was bedridden for several days afterward with pain on her scalp, neck, and head. The last incident between her and Bauer apparently took place in March of 2021, where the woman says Bauer invited himself into her home, disrobed himself, body slammed her onto her computer while she was pregnant, breaking the computer screen before telling her he would no longer have a relationship with her if she has the baby. But according to Bauer, an audio recording shows that claim by the woman to be untrue. According to Bauer's countersuit against the woman, after their original encounter that left the woman pregnant, she demanded $1.6 million to terminate the pregnancy, with Bauer's attorney saying in court documents that Bauer actually made an audio recording of this demand by the woman, with Bauer apparently going on to decline paying her that amount while also telling her the decision whether to have the child was her own and that he would support her decision, including paying any medical expenses or child support. In the countersuit, it also states Bauer ended up paying over $8,700 for the expenses related to her alleged pregnancy and its subsequent termination. But according to an updated filed complaint by the woman, she never aborted the baby but rather had a miscarriage. In the lawsuit, the Arizona woman asked for $3.7 million, along with quote-unquote an apology to any woman the defendant has sexually humiliated and abused against their consent. Trevor Bauer's countersuit also states, quote, based on the woman's demand letter and failure to provide any medical records to substantiate her pregnancy or termination thereof, Mr. Bauer now believes that the woman fabricated her pregnancy to try to extort him for money, end quote. Again, we don't know the truth. Either one of the two sides is lying, or some of it is being fabricated or exaggerated and the story lies somewhere in the middle, which of course often tends to be the case. But what this is yet another distraction for Trevor Bauer, one that he certainly doesn't need if his plan is to eventually make it safe and sound back into the big leagues. He seems to have lots of issues with the women he has relationships with, and I don't think that's something teams and clubhouses are going to be willing to take a chance on, whether he's in the right or not. Bauer was available to every major league team other than the Dodgers for the league minimum salary, so less than $1 million, which is nothing for an owner, yet nobody took him. Not one team seemed even interested. That tells you how tough it'll be for Trevor Bauer to ever pitch again for a big league team. And yet another accusation against him only makes that scenario less likely, whether it's for the best or for the worst. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.